Today's battle is suggested by MegaRaptor99, so shout out to him. And he also suggested Tarbosaurus versus Tyranno Titan, so shout out to him as well. To him again. Today's battle is between Secretary Bird and the Cassowary, Southern Cassowary. Let's get into this. Secretary birds live in Africa, and they can be up to 4 feet long, 4 feet tall, and can weigh up to around like 9 to 15 pounds. Oh yeah, and they also have a wingspan up to around like 4 to 5 feet. But there's some reports saying they have a wingspan up to 6 feet. So there's that. Cassowary, the southern cassowary lives in Australia. They can be up to 4 feet long, and weigh up to around like 98 to 150. Wait, yeah, they can be up to around 4 to 6 feet tall. They can weigh up to around like and they can weigh up to around 97 to. They can weigh up to 98. Okay. They mostly weigh up to around 121 pounds on average. But like the smallest they can get is like 97 pounds. So they can weigh up to 97 to 167 pounds. So yeah. Weapons, big versus big. The Cassowary's big gets the advantage because it's a lot bigger and longer range, and plus its beak is more used for pecking and eating. The secretary bird's beak is like on a curved angle, is used for eating, is for swallowing and ripping, but it could still use its beak for pecking, Yeah. It's getting hot in here. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Talons versus talons. The 5-inch talons of the cassowary can easily rip apart the secretary bird. Secretary bird's talons are used for like stomping and mostly like those and pinning down opponents. But cassowary it can actually kick, but so can the secretary bird. It's time. It's just back and forth advantages, but in the end, I have to give the call advantage to the cassowary. X factors. The cassowary, just like the swan, has a spur on its wings. Yes, cassowaries do have wings. It can also run pretty fast for their heavy size, and we're using the maximum size. For its heavy. So the cassowary can run pretty fast for its heavy size. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh yeah, the Cassowary's crest is used for intimidation and display purposes. What I meant by display purposes is like to attract mates. Yeah. 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 That's pretty much it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Was there any other X factors for the cassowary? Oh yeah, this huge size. No one fucks with it besides like dingoes. But other than that, yeah. Secretary bird's X factors is that it can fly and can run pretty fast. It has some sort of venom resistance. I give the X factor to the secretary bird. Okay, now. Oh God. Okay, now let's go to the main stats now. Let's go to the main stats now. So secretary birds can run to speeds up to around like 20 miles per hour, and can fly to speeds up to around 15 to 25 miles per hour. No, actually, you can fly to speeds up to around 15 to 30 miles per hour, actually. The cassowary, on the other hand, can run to speeds up to 30 miles per hour. It's back and forth advantages this time, but I had to give the speed advantage to the cassowary. Strength, cassowary, brains, tied, attack, cassowary. The brains is tied, okay, and defense goes to the cassowary. Okay, let's fight. The cassowary is trying to find a berry or fruit to eat. Then out of nowhere, the secretary bird crashes into the cassowary. The cassowary is pissed, but for some reason the secretary bird. Oh yeah, I forgot. Secretary birds have long tail feathers. Okay, that will come in handy. So that will come later in the story. So remember that. That's an important key. The secretary apparently the cassowary is in the secretary bird's territory. The cassowary gets pissed, so he just jumps and kicks at the secretary bird. But the secretary bird dodges it and then kicks the cassowary in the face. The cassowary bellows in pain, but then charges towards the secretary bird and kicks it. Yeah. The secretary bird goes tumbling down, but then flies up in the air and does some aerial attacks, like swooping down and kicking it, scratching it with his talons and pecking it, The cassowary is getting a little tired and losing some blood, but then the secretary bird comes, but the secretary bird dive bombs towards the cassowary, and the cassowary like freaking jumps up in the air and kicks it with its 5-inch talons, puncturing a hole in the secretary bird's chest. The secretary bird falls down to the ground. Okay. Secretary bird thinks it's time to escape, so he gets up quickly as he can and flies off. But the secretary bird bites down on one of the secretary's tail feathers. Yeah, tail feathers. And bites down on his tail feathers and yanks it back down. The secretary bird falls and crashes down to the ground. Secretary bird then proceeds to stop and kick the cassowary and pummel him to a pulp. He just continues doing that until the secretary bird just basically almost dead. But the cassowary wants to finish him. So he slices his throat with his 5-inch talon and slits it. So basically this cassowary just slit the throat of this this cassowary just slit the throat of the secretary bird. And the secretary bird just goes limp and just dies. The cassowary has won. He bellows in victory before trying to find a way out of the arena. The winner is the southern cassowary. So verdict: I think the southern cassowary wins around 96% of the time. Sorry about that. I think that secretary bird will win in some cases against the cassowary, but it's just its weapons are not as strong as that of the cassowary, and plus the cassowary it has a lot more effective weapons, and plus yeah. It's just it has a lot more advantages. than the secretary bird. But I do believe the secretary bird could get some hits off the cassowary. It may even kill it if it hit it and sliced them in the right places. Like if the secretary bird slashed at the cassowary's throat or something somewhere like that, it could kill the cassowary potentially. But I do think that the cassowary has a higher chance of winning. Who do you think would have won this fight? Let me know in the comments down below, and I'll see you guys later. Bye bye. I'll see you guys later. Make sure to subscribe and like.